Joe Rogan, for a second, I want you to put away your stupid bullshit, mediocre white man, toxic masculinity. Stop eating your crayons, and I want you to listen to something for once in your life. If Officer Sitnik was your father, would you have voted for Donald Trump if he had died from the injuries? How about the 4 officers that took their own lives the following year? Would you have voted for him? If your wife or your mom were E. Jean Carroll and Donald Trump was found liable for sexually abusing her and then insulting her, having to pay $80 million, would you have still voted for him? If your daughter was 13-year-old Katie Johnson and she had to sue a billionaire for Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein sexually assaulting her as a 13-year-old, would you have voted for him? No. Not a chance in hell. But you didn't give a shit about that, did you, Joe? You were insulted that the audacity of the black woman wouldn't come and kiss your ass. She didn't want to come on your shitty show. Because that's what it is. It's like drinking out of the toilet, right? Your neon lights because, I want to be a bro. Your cut shirts, your stogies, and yeah, well, did you see this clip, bro? Yeah, bro, look at me, bro. I'm just a fucking middle-class, relatable bro, man. Yeah, look at me, I'm a dumbass. Hey, go buy this ice bath. Here's the discount code. Ooh, try this brain supplement. Yeah, man, it worked for me. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. You're just a horde of capitalism. I don't care how many followers you have, Joe. I don't care if the whole damn world follows you. That doesn't mean that you're not a shitty person. You voted for a man who has sexually assaulted over 26 women. What was Vice President Harris? What was the purpose of her coming on your show? If you're going to vote for a child molester and a man who is an adjudicated rapist and a felon that caused an insurrection, what in the fucking God's earth was Harris going to tell you that was going to say, you know what? She made some great points. I never thought about universal health care. I never thought about increasing minimum wage. I never thought about taxing the rich people. I never thought about helping people get out of student loan debt. Wow, she made some great points about helping small businesses. Wow, thank you for coming on my show. You completely changed my mind. Said nobody ever. She could have given you a pot of gold, Joe, and you wouldn't have fucking voted for her. Because you symbolize the white male patriarchy, mediocre white men who have drank out of the toilet since 1776 and before. And you voted for the most morally bankrupt, vile white man. Literally, LBJ said it best for people like you. This country will vote for the most morally bankrupt, incompetent, convicted felon white man who's literally stealing your wallet over the most qualified black woman. And I'm paraphrasing. And that's exactly what you did. One mediocre white man voted for another mediocre orange man. That's it, Joe. That's who you are as a person. By your fruits shall you be judged. Judge thy neighbor fairly. By the same measure you judged, lest you be judged. You just didn't want to believe it. Because you were afraid that if you turned against the orange guy, your base would turn on you. You didn't have the balls to do it and speak up for what's right. And yet here I am in a parking lot, in my truck, having more balls than you did, Joe. Because you were a whore to capitalism. But good luck with your show, Joe. I'm sure you got 800 trillion viewers, and they're all going to watch you in your stupid ass neon lights and bumble like Bumble from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that big dumbass snowman that walks around and stumbles around. That's you trying to have a conversation with people. Yeah, man. Hey, did you see this interview? Yo, bro. I didn't know, bro. Yeah. Whoa, bro. Let's go out and let's go fish for some salmon in the river, bro. Yeah, let's go fight some bears with our bare hands, bro, and eat some raw steaks on the board, bro. It's fucking bullshit, Joe, and you know it. And the difference between you and I is I can actually admit what this country is. It's been a lie of American exceptionalism. Flags and bald eagles and all the bullshit that you sell to your base and that you buy into. America's the best of the best. And 1619, Joe? This country has been shit for anybody that doesn't look like you and I, for white men. And at least I can fucking admit it. This country is a fucking lie. It has benefited white men, the founding fathers, racist slave owners, the 3/5 clause, Jim Crow, slavery, segregation. Tell me when it's been great for everybody, Joe. Tell me when American exceptionalism was around. Why don't you have that conversation, Joe? Why don't you go talk about how white people tore out the babies in the wombs and how they use babies as alligator baits? And how Charleston used to whip the slaves and then charge the owners to put salt in the wound or wounded knee. Or the Middle Passage where 1.4 million black people died. Why don't you go talk about that part of fucking American exceptionalism, Joe? Or the Asian internment camps in the 30s. But you don't want to talk about that, right? You want to talk about white history. Bro. You're exactly right. You're the same people. I'm surprised you don't work for ICE. I really am. Go get like a 3%er tattoo and go wear a Proud Boys hat and fucking wave around guns because freedom, 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 Joe. And I don't see you talk about gun reform at all. 40,000 people died from gun violence, Joe. Oh, but I'm a patriot. The Second Amendment. Well-regulated militia, Joe. I am not a well-regulated militia. You are not a well-regulated militia. You just don't want to lose money or followers because of money. You're a whore to capitalism, Joe. So why don't you be better and go actually read a history book? Why don't you go on your show and man up and grow a sack and say, you know what? I shouldn't have voted for a man who sexually assaults women, Joe. Because you know what's funny? I voted for you and your family to have a better fucking life. I voted for Harris knowing that my taxes would go up because I actually cared about the better good of this country. You just cared about your fucking bank account. Have a white day, Joe.